It's the Groupcast podcast, a show about stuff like stupid jokes and Charlie folks and random ass topics with Casey, Wes, and special guests like Fred and Danny, Kyle, Riley, Lennon's there too. This is their theme song, it's pretty cool. Just don't ask Wes to sing the rest cause he'll forget the words, so sit right down and gather round, but not too close because they were so ugly that everyone died. Podcast.
Hey, happy International Dig to China with Your Ears Day, everybody.
Dig to China with Your Ears Day.
That's what I just said.
Can't think of anything that I could screw that up with like last week.
Yes!
Ears of corn?
Happy Ears of Corn Day?
No.
Okay.
Happy Children of the Corn Day.
We'll go
I
with
don't
that.
fucking know.
We'll go with that.
Put a dick in your ear.
Hi,
and
Internet.
and fuck.
How's it going
Shut up.
today?
Shut up. I'll speak.
What?
As always, or no, I'm sorry, only for an hour every week, I'm Tiny Claude.
Callbacks.
Joining me is Kyle.
I woke up for this.
Did you?
No.
Are we dead? I woke up for this. Are we dead? Casey.
I made flowers today.
Stacy.
Excuse me, my balls are down here.
And all the way from the Mitten State.
Oh, I get it now.
Aha!
I get
Oh.
it.
I don't get it. Oh.
Oh.
How's it going?
There's hope for that mitten yet.
The mitten and that...
I woke up. I'm dehydrated.
All that jacking off you did last night.
It's the mitten and that weird bird beak thing.
I know! It's like a weird, uncircumcised penis.
It's a very pointy, uncircumcised
Yeah, I
bird.
don't understand how it's still part of... What? Why are you playing footsie with me?
Like yours.
Can you throw this away for me?
Here on Groupcast, we're a professional group of gents.
Yes.
Gentises.
Gentiles?
Gentiles.
Genitals?
Genesis.
Gentle giants.
Speaking of genitals...
I can't dance!
I'm listening.
That was the first Genesis song that I thought of.
Who is the drummer from Genesis?
Phil Collins.
Oh, was he really?
And then he became the...
Phil Collins
the singer.
Experience. Yeah.
He was the drummer and then he became the singer.
Well, who was the guy that was just inducted to the Hall of Fame? He was part of
Nirvana?
Genesis. No, he was part of Genesis. He was a
Oh.
single guy. He was like Phil something. Or, I don't
Phil
know.
Collins.
No, it wasn't Phil Collins. God damn it. I don't remember what his name is.
Phil Other Collins.
Other Phil Collins.
How
This is-
awkward would that be, having two people with the exact same name?
Yeah, it's true.
Got Phil and Other
apparently
Phil.
other Daves had just asked me.
Well, I know They Might Be Giants is made up of two people both named John.
Are they really?
Yeah, one of them plays the accordion.
Nice.
I like.
All right. This reminds me of something this week.
Yes.
Before we get into anything else. Speaking of They Might Be Giants. They've done a television show theme song.
Yeah.
Who was it? Or what was it? Because was it them or was it Jimmy Eat World that did Malcolm in the Middle?
Jimmy Eat World.
Ah, fuck.
I did know that much.
I misinformed my...
Wait. No, you were right the first time.
Was it?
Yeah, it was They Might Be Giants. Because I forgot what the Malcolm in the Middle theme song was.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was the, You're not the boss of me now.
Yeah,
that one.
'cause-
Yeah, that's They Might Be Giants.
Because at work this week, for some reason we were talking about...
I'm sorry, everyone who is a fan of They Might Be Giants. I'm sorry for shaming you all.
No. But I'm not
There's
a fan.
like three guys in the back.
Yeah. I'm not a fan, I'm just saying, oh well.
And
There's
guys
a
from
surprisingly
Wales.
large fan base for such
That's true.
a small-time band.
Yeah.
3 guys in the back of a room and then guy from Wales.
Yeah.
I just like how they're
Yeah.
always teaming up with Homestar Runner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the cheat!
The treat.
The cheat! We gotta take all the muffins and use them in our evil plans. I don't remember what they are, but I think they have something to do with muffins. Which is why it is essential that we need to take them for ourselves.
This is where Homestar comes in and tries to foil his plans, right?
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't know. Whatever.
We'll make it work.
I wanted Homestar to come in.
He's homeboy. That's yeah. His voice changed somewhere along the line.
I love it when you do Homestar devices.
It's because I'm good at them.
It's true.
You're a donut hole.
Yeah. I forget what that...
What is that? Oh, that's
I forget
that.
what context
You
that
can't
was in.
see it, but it says
Yeah.
you're a donut holder.
Yeah.
I'm glad you use proper grammar.
It wasn't. I didn't even write it. I think it was.
It
Riley.
wasn't me, or there wouldn't be proper grammar.
Yeah, it wasn't me, or it wouldn't even be words. It'd just be.
You can't see it, but it's there. Trust us. Trust us. We're a podcast.
It wasn't me, or it'd be.
It would just be. There's not even a word
There's
there.
just dried vomit on the board. Yeah, that was me. I left you guys a note.
Yeah.
Fucking Ryan last week. Oh my god.
I left you guys the word in vomit.
Yeah, Ryan and I spent the night here.
Yeah.
He went inside like he always does. Ryan left at like 7 in the morning. He wrote me a note. I didn't see it till like an hour and a half later. Until I got up and walked across the room and came back. And I'm like, oh, hey, there's a note. Dear Wes, I had to poo, went to my mom's house. And he never came back. I thought he would. I swear I thought I heard his car, though. Like just come around and drive up.
It was the ghost car.
I don't know.
Other people live back there.
Yeah, but like he's.
If they didn't, I would be back.
I know, but he's got the squealy belt.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I was in that band Squealy Belt.
With her one hit.
With their hit song Squeaky Abuse.
I was going with all the muffins.
Squeaky Child Abuse.
Oh god.
So
So
you get the belt and it's...
What?
Because you said Squeaky Belt.
yeah.
Just stay over there. Stay over
Just-
I'll be over here.
Okay,
I'll be over here. Hey, what's going on?
Does that mean she's mine?
I'm obscured behind the
Hi,
tile.
baby. I love you.
Why does this happen?
I don't know.
Every person you meet,
she has a natural female attraction.
you have,
The Midas's touch turns things to gold. Stacy just makes women lesbians.
she has the estrogen touch. Then we got her title.
Oh,
You're becoming
God.
gayer and gayer with every episode.
I don't know, man. We'll get to that in a second. Getting gayer and
It's the
gayer.
only way
But
I'm taking my
first-
pants off
But
for her.
first,
But first,
but first,
Trying to get me to
butt
take my pants off.
gophers.
but first,
Ew.
you need.
You just upset the two lesbians.
Yeah, well, that's fine. They can leave whenever they want to. But
You
before,
said we're not allowed to get up during the show.
I just got up.
You're a hypocrite.
I'm a hippo. I don't know what hippos. They don't shake their stomachs.
No, they don't. I don't think that'd be terrifying.
We need to go.
They just stand up like with their nubby hands. Like, "Whoa!"
That's why
We need to clarify we're going to the zoo.
that's why they're the
should.
most.
Group cast in the zoo.
Two guys go on adventures. We go to the zoo.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd
Let's
be
do it.
Do it.
Do it!
That's why.
Yay!
That's why hippos are the most dangerous animals. In the
Why?
world.
Because they get up and shake their bellies?
Yeah, exactly. They ward off predators with their stomach dance.
Oh my god.
Get out of my turf. No, you stay out of my turf. I was here first. Bananas.
What?
I like how your reaction to that was your face like receding back into your head.
Shut up. Leave me alone.
Can we move on?
Yes. But you fat. I don't know what that was going into.
Alright.
Pope.
Pope.
Present.
Pope.
Pope.
Fat sack. Real quick, I was thinking about it this week. I re-listed a last week's show, just because I thought it was very good. What the fuck you playing with leaves for? Put it down.
Just
Jesus.
found it.
I think that Fat Sack is the revamped Bird Fancy.
Yeah, because we haven't talked about that much lately.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an audio clip of Bird Fancy for just no reason. Yeah, it's gonna have audience applause and everything. Anyway.
You should hook it up. Hold on.
Anyway.
It's worth it. Just
But over here is the thing. And
Touchdown.
That was like
you need to
John
play.
Madden Strong Bad.
Yeah.
You need to play it constantly around your uncle
John Bad.
until he realizes what it is.
Strong Madden.
Strong Madden. I like that better.
I'm sorry. Constantly playing around my uncle.
Until he realizes.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna realize.
Yeah, I told him right to his face that we all know who he is, and he still didn't get it.
We know what you did.
I've talked
What?
about this before.
Yeah.
I want
The
like
look of pure horror
yeah,
on his
the
face.
last
was
day
brilliant.
the Comedy Zone was in existence for open mic anyway. We went up to him like after the show and we're like, we know who you are because we're friends with your nephew. He's like, oh, which one?
There's only two
There's
of
only
us.
2 of you. He's like, Wes. He's like, oh yeah, Wesley. He kept talking to himself after we left. We turned around just to see what he was doing. He's just, I guess I revealed my secret. Like,
He just throws up everywhere.
Yeah.
He's a slightly upset superhero. I found out my other identity.
Okay.
I am vomit.
So,
God, we've been on this for 10 fucking minutes, and I still haven't gotten able Pope talk.
Pope talk
how
enabled.
You know
how
he
do I
got rid of his.
respond to something like that?
You know he got rid of his fancy hat.
Did he really?
The Pope decided to get rid of all of his fancy clothes and just do the white stuff with the white beanie hat thingy.
I like this new Pope.
But Pope hat.
He got
I
rid
know,
of it.
it's
You gotta change. You gotta change.
He
stuff
also
up now.
said the F word in Italian.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I don't know what it is, but I heard about
speaking
it.
of Pope,
Yeah, all the way from the Mitten State. This is Hope again. You're brand new to the show. I've told you about things before, but I think your memory lacks.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tell us about yourself.
What kind of question is that?
Just tell us about yourself.
It's not
Like,
much.
It's an open-ended.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You're a man
It's like-
in love with me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I just met her, but we're
Okay.
planning on getting married one day.
Definitely. I love
Oh,
this happens every time.
I
know what
know.
happens.
I'm not sure if I should feel sorry for you or be jealous for you.
I'm a
Of
lesbian
you.
now. No, no.
Yeah.
it. I
It's like you either have like massive three-ways all the time, or you're just like sad and alone.
He
It's the latter.
He doesn't even get to watch.
Yeah, I
Like-
just have to.
She goes into his home with other women and kicks him out of his room. And he's just
That's the best
sad.
kind of sex right there.
It is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's
sorry.
sad because
She'll
Stacy's
let me
moving
in
in
tonight.
with me this summer.
She won't let me in. She'll let me in tonight. She won't let me in.
No,
She'll let me in.
I-
She won't let.
I think it's she won't let me in. She won't let me in. She won't let me in. God, why won't she let me in?
Why do like that? It says it on the flower petals. She won't let me in. She won't let me in. She won't let me in. Why are you still picking petals off this flower? Go to your local bar and drink yourself to death. Just go ahead and hang yourself at this point. This is a mean flower.
Yeah, he picks dandelions like how you blow on a dandelion and make a wish. Like, I wish you let me in. Like in the wind, you hear, nope. Not a chance, sucker. Try again later. What the fuck, Win? You're a magic 8-ball now? Jesus. That's great. Tell us about yourself. Where you come from. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? God, not Joe.
I moved to Pennsylvania from Michigan 3 years ago, and then I moved back there. And
Immediately.
Almost immediately.
You realize how suck this
No, I
state
was
is.
here for 2 years. Yeah.
Immediately.
Immediately. 2 years is immediate in like dog years.
Yeah, because they age like 9 times as fast as we do. 7!
7 times.
I was close.
It's like 9 days in. It's like 9 dog days in cat years.
Yeah.
Science.
That's some goat math for you.
Science.
Go mad.
Science.
I've had 3 shots of Jameson already, but
Okay.
I'm not quite smart drunk yet.
Your hippo is absorbing it all.
Yay! Alright, seriously, you're from Michigan.
I live in the east side of Detroit. East side, you know.
What the
Say
fuck?
what?
No.
You just went gangster on
I
us.
just
Yeah.
went gangster on you.
I've just had flashbacks of my former life.
You
I'm
mean,
gonna tell
you
a
mean
story.
last summer?
Yeah.
That reminds me of a story. I'll tell it when you're done.
Jump, nigga.
Stop! No! I thought we buried that thing long ago. We are done with it.
I still have it. I think I want to hang it on my wall.
Please
Mine's in
never
my
wear it
closet.
again.
I don't know
Oh
where
my
Riley
God.
put his.
I at least won't wear it on the show.
Hashtag swag is
Hashtag swag,
is
yeah,
the
nigga.
worst culmination of words
It
you
was-
could possibly.
It was probably the funniest thing that I've ever bought.
that or hashtag selfie, which is a new song, by the
That's
way.
fucking stupid.
Hashtag selfie.
Fucking
Can I
stupid.
kill everyone?
No, just the people who
Besides
wrote
me.
it.
Oh, besides you.
Yeah.
I like
It
you.
was for lovers.
I'm ready. My body is ready.
To die?
To die or masturbate? Which one?
Yes. I wanna die while masturbating.
No, that's lonely.
You just described loneliness.
Happens.
Was there anything else?
There's something you don't. What?
You're from Michigan. You lived in Pennsylvania. You moved back to Michigan. Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan.
Immediately.
My life isn't very exciting. No.
If you had to describe your personality in
Why are you
words.
here? You came all the way from Michigan to be here, and
I'm
you're
visiting.
not very entertaining.
I'm visiting family and friends like you.
He's a friend.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was a hippo.
I thought he was...
Hippo friend.
I don't think we're gonna be friends much
I mean, I love you. I really, really do. Yeah.
that explains why you're trying to get my pants off.
Sorry, what? Sorry, what?
I don't understand
Okay.
how that works out.
I'm trying to get
Okay.
your pants off.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
confusing him.
I am.
And it, okay, you're boring. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Okay, that saying that you're from the east side reminded me of something. My band teacher used to live on the east side of Columbus, Ohio, and yet surprisingly enough, there it's like very city-y
Yeah.
with tons of black people. So he lived like right in the middle of that, and he's like the whitest old guy you've ever seen. But this was like right after college, so that's where he first moved to. And he was telling us once that he like made friends with all the people in his neighborhood, and every summer they'd have this thing called the Ghetto Olympics, in which it was just a bunch of them trying to compete who can be like
The most
the
gangster.
most stereotypical.
Nice.
Like how fast you can take the rims off a car and replace them with
Cinder blocks.
cinder blocks, or
Nice.
how fast you can take a TV out of a room, bring it down the stairs, and go through like an obstacle course.
Nice.
Oh, my.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Looks like you can do your ghetto, your gangster cook-off now.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like when my high school band teacher lived during that time. I'm pretty sure he lived Grand Theft Auto style,
Nice.
in which
You beat up hookers?
he had a bunch of friends who could like hook him up with helicopters.
I have grand aspirations that if I'm elected president, I will get rid of gang wars and replace it with ghetto cook-offs.
All right, because he was telling us the one time, right as he moved there, this guy came up to him and he's like, "Hey man, you a cop?" He's like, "No, I'm moving in right here." He's like, "Oh good, well then my friend Miguel, he can hook you up, be real nice, he can get you whatever you want," and just like lists off all this stuff, which is
6 bathroom equipment, helicopters, crack, smack, ice, boom, pow,
Floor
babies,
tiles.
floor tiles.
is he selling off 60s Batman sounds?
Ice. God, ice. I don't know. Do something.
The houses outside of Detroit, like the inner city, is all run down and like half there and half burnt down, broken into. It's horrible.
Do you play in them
doesn't-
like jungle gyms?
That'd be fun, actually. Do some
It's not an
parkouring
east
like
side or a west side. It's just side.
that. Yeah.
Because it's all
I'm from the side.
side hype. We're all white here.
Yeah. So speaking of looking and sounding like people,
Okay.
last week, again we went to 81 Diner with Lennon. It was just me, Casey, and Lennon. We did not get the same waitress we got the last time we were there.
The stereotypical one.
Yeah, but we got an almost equally stereotypical one.
Yeah.
She walked up to me and said, "You know, you look like that guy from Pawn Stars, Corey." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's because I'm fat and I have short hair that's pulled back." She goes, "No, you just look like him in the face a lot." I'm like, "Yeah, it's because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
a big..."
exactly what she said.
It looks...
You look like him in the face.
Yeah. I was just like, "No, it's because I'm... No, it's not because you're a big guy. I wouldn't say that you're fat. You just look like him."
This
So,
went on for like 5 minutes of just them back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't really. Yeah, you kind of look like
and
him.
Lennon's over there is like, "Jesus Christ, I just want to fucking order my breakfast.
I just want eggs.
I want eggs, damn it." So, that happens quite a bit. Everyone's like, "Yeah, you look like Corey Harrison." It's because it's the way I cut my hair.
Yeah.
And I don't normally wear
You
a
haven't
hat.
been you haven't been wearing a hat.
I don't normally wear a hat all the time because it's starting to warm up. And
You're becoming less and less like my animation drawing of you.
Well, I haven't gotten a new hat yet because I've been poor. So, and I have to use my money for other things before I can get a
Hey,
hat.
I go to college. I'll be poor in the future.
I
I may not be poor now, but I will be.
I'm poor in the present.
Okay, we can switch places then.
Okay, I would like.
You can put off your pornness.
Can we switch places for like an hour just so I can get a hat, and then we can
Alright.
switch back,
Alright.
just so I can
I'll
get
just
a hat.
get you a hat.
I have the special order hats. I have a large head.
I'll cut it into pieces so it looks like it's bigger, so it like extends over your head, but it's like in pieces.
He'll mesh together pieces of a hat.
Yeah.
I'll knit you.
So I got like 16 different bills coming out.
Stacy will knit you a baseball hat.
Kind of cool.
I don't know. I've never knit a hat before. I've
She
made
did-
socks.
She made me socks.
Ooh.
They're fucking great.
They're fucking orange.
They're fucking orange. The first time I wore them is when I was sick, and I was just kind of shuffling around my house in, like, my sleep pants and fucking long sleeve t-shirt and my bright ass orange shocks. Bright. God damn it!
Bright ash orange socks.
Bright ass orange
Thanks, Sean Connery.
socks.
Thanks, Sean Connery.
And my dad looks at me. He's like, "Where'd you get those
Extraordinary.
socks?" I'm like, "Stacy made them for me." She goes,
When I was
he
just
goes,
a boy.
"Okay, why?" She just wanted to make socks, and she asked me if I wanted socks. I'm like, "Yeah."
Aren't you making stocks for Riley still?
Yeah.
They're the color of his car.
No, they were.
They were.
But I made them too small, so I gave them to my sister. So now he's got
Pink,
sky blue,
pink.
baby
Aw.
blue color.
The color of my mom's van.
I don't know. I've never
The
seen
color
that.
of the blob.
Yeah, the color.
No,
the color
the-
of your pants.
The blob was a darker green teal than his.
Oh no, it was the van. The van that they had was blue, wasn't it?
That was my van. Their van now is silver.
I don't know. I don't know vans. or
I had
cars
the
or-
van. He had the blob. Then his mom got a van, and my mom got
What did we drive to the podcast Olympics in?
his van. His mom's van. It's silver.
Okay, I thought it was blue for some reason.
No, my mom had a blue van that I drove around a lot
Okay,
before I got my car.
okay, got it.
Anyway, cars.
Cars.
Like that movie.
So that's, I don't know if I talked about this on the show or
Did
not.
you?
I can't
I don't
remember.
know. What
Do
is
it
that?
anyway.
I will. Me and Amber were talking about the colors of cars,
Yep.
and about how they can be very oddly specific. Like, I think her car is like tropical forest green or something like that.
Really?
Like something ridiculous, because like car colors
Mhm.
and she was also talking about like nail polish colors. The one color she was wearing the one time was called Son of a Peach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was saying, yeah, the Swedes for Saabs, they come up with the best names for colors.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
For example, my color for my car is dark blue.
The color for my truck is cardinal red.
Yeah, see, like that.
Colors are weird.
Yeah.
Most times I can't tell the difference between a dark blue and a black.
Yeah.
Maybe you're colorblind.
I'm not actually.
No.
I've had people test
I've
me.
I
tested
too.
myself. I've gone on the internet and done it. If it's on the internet, it must be true.
Just like
Well, I
the
do know there
internet
is
test
an
for
internet color blindness test
Yeah.
that I took that I got 100% on. That is like legitimate.
Well, I've had them when I went for eye exams because I went for eye exams.
But what
for
happens?
glasses.
What happens if you really are colorblind? You don't know it, or no? Yes,
Yeah,
you really are colorblind. You don't know it, and there's something wrong with your screen.
yeah. There's that too.
I went to school with
That's
a guy
like-
who was colorblind, and it wasn't like black and white colorblind. It's
Well, it's never
green
like
looked
that.
orange,
Yeah,
and
I call that color dyslexia.
Like
Yeah.
with well, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's called something like that.
Yeah.
Like for example, dogs. Like people think they see in black and white. It's actually blue and yellow.
Yeah.
You can't see green.
I can see the sky and I can see the sun, but I don't know what the fuck color you are.
Dogs, the people, the
their,
creatures.
their favorite show to watch
people?
is the Smurfs.
Dogs, the creatures who aren't discriminate at all because they can't tell what color
Yeah.
you are.
I went to school with a colorblind kid. He's one of my best friends.
Everyone's one of your best friends.
That is true, except her. She hates me now.
Yeah, you're right.
For instead of going on our senior trip to Inner Harbor, we decided to make our own senior trip. Me and him and two other of our friends went to Newport, and his dad owns a camper on a campground. So we stayed there for a 4-day weekend while they were off in Baltimore being dicks.
Yucks.
And Frankie and I, the colorblind kid, were
Frankie Muniz.
we were in the kitchen of the camper, and that was my bed for the weekend. He got Frankie got the actual master bedroom because it was his dad's room or dad's camper, and Lance and Tim kind of cuddled on the couch.
You are going dangerously close to Ivy territory where you just name off names and we don't know any context.
Well, no, it makes... You only need to know Frankie and Lance.
It's just a variable placeholder for a person.
Yeah.
You need not know the person, just know
Yeah,
that there was a person
But
there.
it was like 3:30 in the morning, and Frankie and I are watching TV in the kitchen, and Tim and Lance are cuddling on the couch like intensely.
Because that's what you do when you're in high school and you're a male.
Yeah, I was sitting there.
But it's not gay. You're just being funny.
Yes,
I don't know how that works.
it's not gay when you say no homo. So as long as I said no homo before, yeah. But I was sitting there playing Frankie's mandolin, and Frankie was watching TV.
Mandolin?
Yeah, it's
awesome.
Yeah, he can play it. It's really fucking cool.
He can play the guitar.
But the TV was like the size of a microwave, and one of the bottom corners like started to turn purple for some reason because it's just an old TV. He's sitting there and he goes, "Wes, what's wrong with the TV?" And I look up and like, I don't know what's wrong with it. He goes, and he like outlines the purple. He goes, "That's a different color than everything else." I'm like, "What do you mean it's a different color?" He's like, "I don't know how to describe it because I don't know what it is. Like it's I'm like, what do you mean? Like it's a different shade of gray?" And he goes, "No, I don't think I've ever experienced this before." I'm like, "Oh my god, are you seeing colors for the first time?" He goes, "Am I seeing colors for the first time?" And I'm trying to explain to him what purple is without using...
It's very hard.
Yeah,
describing things to someone who's blind is like one of those difficult things you can do.
And it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting there trying not to say it's a combination of red and blue. I immediately started with that because I wasn't thinking at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a combination of red and... What's red and blue?
So
Shit, you don't know what that is.
He see, then?
He sees variations of gray.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's different.
Yeah.
Because usually when you're colorblind, you can't see one color.
Yeah.
Or two colors.
Yeah. He actually got into it with our math teacher senior year because she didn't believe that he was actually colorblind, and we did a project in that class that involved us to color with different colors, and he sat behind me, so I was helping him with all the colors, and she was yelling at both of us because we were apparently cheating when you couldn't really cheat because it was just fucking coloring.
Right.
And she comes over and she's like laying into us. Frankie's like, "Well, I'm colorblind. I can't see colors." I'm like, "Yeah, it's totally true. I've been best friends with him for years, and he's totally color bullshit." She didn't say bullshit, but essentially bullshit. You're not colorblind. So she sent him down to the office, and the principal came back on me. He's like, "Yeah, he's really colorblind. You're just a fucking bitch." And
he did say that.
Yeah. And the rest of the year, she was like real nice and everything to him.
Yeah,
but I'm sitting there at 3:30 in the morning, I'm like, I don't know how to describe it to you. I tried for like an hour and a half, and I couldn't do it. And I'm like, "Lance! What the fuck? Come here! What the fuck? Frankie thinks he sees color. What the fuck?" And he jumps up, immediately falls face first, and like just scurries over to the kitchen. And what's going on? I'm like, "You see that there?" He's like, "Yeah, that's purple." And Frankie's like, "I think I see that, but I don't know what purple is." And for another hour and a half, he basically...
It's red and blue. Damn it!
Yeah, he went through the exact same thing I went through.
Yeah.
It was so fucking hard.
Colors are hard when you don't know what they are. Now, the opposite happened to me when I was in high school. There was this kid that I used to be friends with, and I helped him realize he was colorblind. Because he couldn't see green.
Okay.
He didn't know what green was.
Yeah.
He thought that yellow and green were the same thing.
Okay.
And so, like, I was talking about... Because we were in this class where we had to make, like, brochures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like graphic design. And I was like, "Okay, well, you need to do this thing that's green." He's like, "That's not green. It's yellow." And I'm like, "No, that is definitely green. It's fucking yellow."
Yeah.
And so that like, I basically did the same thing. I'm like, "Listen, this is yellow. This is green." He's like, "They look the same to me." "Oh my god, am I colorblind?" He like shouted in the middle of the class.
I was in 8th grade, and our colorblind kid was in our class. It was English class.
Does every graduating class have at least one colorblind kid?
Probably.
Yes.
But
it's
he
like
told
playing
the
high
teacher
school
was
graduate bingo.
Yeah.
Do you have a colorblind kid? Oh, there's B12.
But the teacher's like, "Okay, where did I put my notes?" And he goes, "It's there. It's the orange folder." And she went over to the section was looking for an orange folder, and she's like, I don't see an orange folder. He's like, it's right there. It's the orange folder. The entire class, everybody but him, got up to look for the orange folder. It was green.
Ah. Wow.
So for 45 minutes, everybody but him moved around this small table looking for an orange folder. When we could have asked him to do it himself, we didn't think about it. We were just like, why can't we see an orange folder?
That's similar to how I had realized that Frankie was colorblind. Yeah. Well, I kind of knew he was colorblind, but like I never really touched on it because I didn't want to be a dick.
Right.
But we were in science class together one year, and Lance was too. Both Lance and Tim were all in the same class, and Tim and I were partners, and Lance and Frankie were partners. We were doing another coloring thing, and I knew he was colorblind.
There's a lot of coloring involved in high school.
Yeah, there was. That's all we do in Big Louisville is color.
I wish we did.
It surprised me.
New Oxford, we actually did homework.
Yeah.
Your school is just a brick.
Yeah. But, I look at Frankie, I'm like, Frankie, I don't want to be a dick, but if you're colorblind, how can you tell the difference between the colors that you're using? He picks up a colored pencil and he rotates it. He says, I just read what color it is. I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad. He just laughs. He's like, dude, don't worry about it. I know you mean well. Like, can I ask you another question? I don't mean to be a dick. He's like, no, go ahead. That's fine. I encourage questions. And I go, alright, so you can't see colors. Yeah, I can't see colors. So do you have a favorite color, or is it just like a favorite variation?
My favorite color is...
Yeah. No, I seriously asked him, do you have a favorite color, or do you have a favorite variation of gray? He goes, well, I like the concept of brown. like how this thing is brown and this thing is brown, like, and that just like that fucking
brown's just so cool.
It just
man.
blew my mind. Like I've never like thought about like I like the concept of something.
The concept of brown.
Like how
I think
like,
we got our title again.
Like I don't. It's
Group
still
cast and the concept of brown.
It sounds like a really.
It sounds like the next Harry Potter book.
It sounds like a really fucking
Harry Potter
weird
and the
porno.
concept of brown.
I mean, I understand where your question comes from.
Oh my god! That's the Harry Potter parody porno. Concept of brown.
It either sounds like that or like a really super progressive indie style album. Concept of brown.
It's probably Johnny's new album.
It's just like a guy with dreadlocks and kind of long hair, and he's got a guitar just going.
Yay!
Concept of brown.
I don't know any
heard that.
colorblind people.
I know.
Nada.
I like to sing about the concept of brown. Every time I'm going to the town, I
Alright,
sing about.
I'm not done yet.
yes, you are.
No, you have
You're done.
a ukulele.
A Luca.
You.
I'm not good at.
I have a
chords, though.
Ukraine.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
Stacy, tell your story.
I forgot Stacy had a story.
Well,
I forgot you were here.
I know. Where am
she
I?
fades into the background.
Don't worry, I'll
She
sleep it
fades
off.
into the concept of brown.
There you go. There's your first lyric. Fades in the concept of brown.
That does sound like really hippie-ish.
Oh god.
Sounds
I
like
told
everyone
you
who
we're
goes
only a
on the
couple of
college
steps away
campus.
from becoming a drum circle.
We just need the other
We're at
5 of us.
we're a drum semicircle. Anyway,
Yeah, I've had a DS game for like 5 years now. I've never been able to get the good ending of it. So this time I'm fucking fed up. I made a fucking chart in order to
Now, what does it say?
let's see.
It's like a calendar.
It's a calendar, but it's pretty much business management. I don't know why I love it so much.
explain what this is about because I still don't get it.
I don't fucking get it.
There's something about alchemy and having a
Yeah,
Resort.
it's called
Having a resort.
yeah.
It's called Atelier Annie, the
I know
Alchemist
hotel.
of Sarah Island or whatever. And it's pretty much you turn an island into a resort by building all these facilities, theme park, hotel, aquarium, whatever. And you have to manage your businesses. And I've gotten so pissed at not winning that I'm just like, I'm still gonna win, motherfucker.
How does it use alchemy, though?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is it like...
It's like you make items.
Is
But
it like...
do things
there's a
on the
battle
island...
system though.
Really?
Do things on the island disappear? Does it follow the laws of equivalent exchange?
Does it follow the laws of physics? Is shit floating around? Phasing through the concept of brown?
Alchemy and physics are
there you go!
concepts.
Yeah. Alchemy is pre-chemistry.
Is shit floating around phasing through the concept of brown?
Alchemy is practically the
I'm gonna
origins
write
of
that
science.
song now. I'm gonna write that song.
Oh my god.
It's the new thing.
Broken.
But in all actuality, does it use practical concepts of alchemy?
You go out, collect items, and then you use those items to make other items, and then those items that you collected disappear. Does that answer your question?
It's not scientific alchemy. It's Japanese alchemy,
Yeah,
where it
that
just
one.
happens.
It sounds to me like it's a really like fucked up beta version of like a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's what I
tycoon.
was thinking.
Yeah, kind of, but it's... I don't know, I like it so much.
Roller Coaster Tycoon Alchemy Edition.
You just got some
It's like the
crazed
16th
guys.
edition to The Sims. It's just another one that they can't. They
You've
just thought
got
of.
crazed Kermit running around touching things.
Alright, we need to talk
There
about that.
actually
So
is
it
a
makes,
character
so it
like
makes
that.
sense.
Named
Just
Kermit?
saying. No, he's not Kermit, but he does look like a frog. And apparently he can't swim in water because he's too cold, so they have to make a really hot, spicy dessert item.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, don't ask.
He's a frog, but he can't swim because he's too
Frog legs are
cold.
good.
So you gotta make him curry so
Pretty
he can
much,
swim.
You have to make him swim in curry. He'll be better then. All right, Kermit sings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jax Films uploaded a video earlier this week called Kermit Sings, and with Lennon talking about his suicidal Kermit all the time,
Yeah.
he found it. He found it and sent it to all of us. And I finally watched it a couple days ago, and I can't stop
It's so
watching
great.
it. Because it's, like, at first you're like, what the fuck? And then, like, you like, don't watch it for a while, and then you start thinking, okay, what was that part that he said again? And you watch it, and you can't stop watching it because it's so fucking funny.
Nothing makes me happier than thinking about your corpse. Do. What? Why are you kids looking at me like a bunch of little idiots? All right, you know what? Bad start. Shut up. Try another one.
I'm gonna make the world
I'm gonna make the whole world deaf with all of your screams. Doodle-a-doodle-a-doo. Because he sings it like by himself, and then there's like a backing at the end where it just goes doodle-a-doodle-a-doo.
Yeah.
And this kid starts crying. He goes, well, "What's wrong with you? Are you crying?" Yeah, that's what you sound like.
Yeah.
What's your name, kid? Jason. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna call you Billy. What's the matter, Billy?
Yeah, it's really weird because it's like all drawn and it's just black and white.
It's like Ren and Stimpy style,
Yeah.
where it zooms in.
Yeah, it zooms in and he's got like an actual mouth, but everything else is still drawn. It's like, what's wrong, Billy?
Billy.
Can't take it, Billy.
You ever thought about what sex is like between a frog and a pig? No one wins in that situation.
Oh, Kirby. No, just stop. Just stop. All right, one more song.
Here's
The world would be a better place without all those minorities. Yay!
Yeah!
Every so often, I'll just like throw up his arms like Kermit. Yay! This is great.
All right, well,
If there wasn't copyright infringements, I would totally include that in. I might take like a little. Clip.
put it in the credits and just be like at the very end, just go
Yeah,
Or just Billy.
I might just take a little clip of the video without the audio and just let that play and talk about it. Yeah, I gotta upload last week's show yet, but I did my very first round of like actual editing, like including shit into a video, and it worked out rather well. It looks really good. Everything lines up really well, and I'm impressed with myself.
Great, I'm excited to look at it.
I enjoy it.
Add that in, Barry.
Add in a clip of last week's show, showing a clip.
Yeah.
Clipception.
Just a clip of Wesley at a work
If
desk
you can
working
manage
on
picture
something.
in picture, make it like that.
Oh yeah, I could do picture-in-picture, split screen, cutaways
Do all of those.
at the same time.
Cut away.
Show your editing prowess.
Cut away to a split screen of picture-in-picture.
Yeah, there you go.
What am I going to fill those with?
dicks.
Just a bunch of guys named Dick.
Yeah, there you go. Here's a picture of a dick. Now here's another picture of a dick. There's a dick.
Oh my god. So I keep forgetting to ask.
Yeah.
Have you watched the fucked up video with Erica the last time a couple weeks ago? How everything wasn't lined up. The audio and the video wasn't lined up.
I saw it, yeah.
What did you think of the intro that I did? How it's like the first.
Oh yeah, I did like that.
Okay.
We all went to our rooms.
Yeah,
without supper.
we were all sent to our rooms without dinner. But hopefully to make up for it, here's a picture of me as a flower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I drew that picture.
Yeah, that actually it was Lennon's idea. Like throwing some just put in a little
compensation.
Kind of like a warning clip. But sorry, but this week we had technical difficulties, and just throw in some elevator music behind it just for ambiance. But then I'm I could do a whole lot better than this, and I did it, and then I keep watching it. I have it saved as an actual video, separate from everything else. And I keep watching it, and I keep thinking, I just essentially created an Adult Swim bump.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and
it pretty much is like that. You just need the Adult Swim. The very end, in really tiny letters. So
I want to do that more, but less for bad occurrences.
Right, just at any point in time.
Yeah,
just have a bump before or after the show.
Yeah,
that could work. So Mach 5 Bingo. I did the animation.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Yes.
What did you think of my interpretation of your sounds?
I loved it. I was like, I wonder how this, because I saw it start and I'm like, oh god, I wonder how this is gonna play out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Oh, what the fuck is that? It's better. It's great. Ah!
So
I had to watch it 3 times because at first I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah,
and then
I had to listen to it a couple times to just decide what I wanted to do with it.
Yeah.
What happened? Because right before this happens, just in case you haven't watched it or listened to the podcast,
you gotta watch them. When we're done.
We'll show her some of the greatest hits then after the show.
As long as she shows me some of her greatest hits. I worked it in.
Well.
Sorry.
Alright.
Well,
okay.
mine were practically showing anyway. Sorry.
Yeah, you kind of were.
Sorry, it's not my fault.
We're trying to get viewers desperately.
Oh, okay. You want me to
Would you do it if I showed you my tummy?
I'd show you mine if you show me yours.
Hey, get out of here.
Belly button.
But yeah.
My turf.
You liked it?
No, I actually didn't. She gave me tongue.
Stop it! He's talking.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Okay, I won't give you tongue.
Tee-hee!
Billy.
Tee-hee!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Dan burned that book.
Did he really?
Yep.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, because he didn't want anybody else talking about it.
You should have made copies.
It's ingrained in my memory anyway.
Yeah.
We read it enough times on the show. Anyway.
I'm a tree.
Yes, you
I
are.
got brown pants, green shirt. I'm a tree.
Concept of brown.
Exactly.
Concept of brown.
Oh yeah.
Show them legs.
No, I haven't shaved in years.
I ain't got legs.
Years.
Years.
She has no legs.
Not your actual legs, just the brown. The concept of brown.
Yeah.
Concept of brown.
Anyway.
What's going on?
I don't know.
So in that episode of Greatest Hits, you guys were talking about Mach 5 bingo, in which old people get in fighter jets and play bingo.
Yeah.
And you did a thing where you're like, the fueling jet is coming to, it's docking now. So what I did, he just made a whole bunch of random sounds.
Yeah.
So I had the fueling jet come in and did the little hose thing, connected to the jet. You saw this big bubble just fly in. It detached, and then you see this giant weird dinosaur-looking thing just pop out of the fuel tank, and the guy ah! And it cracks through the glass and goes, "This was B10. We only had B9." He slaps him out the window.
I saw that. I was like, I wonder what all sorts of sounds he's gonna do. This is perfect.
Yeah. And then he just rockets off, and he's got this happy face on his tail, and just going.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
I love the holes in the firehouse ceiling.
Yeah.
From the ejector seats from when they were on.
Yep. Did you notice I hit a little Easter egg in
I
that
didn't.
part? on the back wall in the place where there's in the bingo hall or whatever, it says like Tuesday night is clam bake night.
Oh,
something
really?
Like that.
I didn't see that.
I think what you should have done is like in the very, very, very back, so you could barely see it. It was the biker gang wheelchair people.
Yeah.
Of me, Wes, Ryan, and Riley.
Yes. Oh my god.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
I think eventually it probably wouldn't work for a greatest hit. Just like a decent animation, like collaboration of like all the
iterations of you and Kyle and everything.
Like do like a Back to the Future, but like we'll do a special. We'll do like a 5 or 10 minute thing. We'll voice it.
You guys are not gonna believe what Gavin did the other day.
What do you do?
And then like you fall from the ceiling as old you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get off greatest hits, I thought I made it clear in that show. Apparently I didn't. The one where we were talking about birds. The birds.
Birds.
The part where the goose flew into my grandma's lap. It didn't fly through the window.
Oh.
Like, it didn't fly through an open window. It crashed through the windshield and into her lap.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I made that clear, but apparently
you
I
didn't say anything about crashing through the windshield.
But I like what you did. Like there,
it was just like
a goose just fucking flies through an open window and just sits on her lap. It's just like, that's
that works
better.
too.
Yeah, that's less traumatic.
Do you know how many greatest hits episodes we have as of now?
All of them.
I thought there was like 50 some.
72.
Holy shit! I was wrong again.
Yeah.
My drunk is wearing off.
One of my favorite things I ever did was the group cast greatest hits.
Yeah.
Where I just took the best moments from each of the greatest hits and just put them all together.
Yeah.
I should do that every year.
I like the one that you did in Paint. That I've been bugging you for years about. It's like you should just do like little clips of stupid shit that we've said. It's like, I love you a lot, so I made you this hamburger.
Yeah. Hey, it's my birthday today. Yeah. The cake says cat. C-A-K.
I love it.
I had to delete that though because nobody liked it except for you. I knew that was how it was going to end up though.
Nobody appreciates anything.
I thought it was funny.
Nobody understands the value of art.
the value of art and humor, the concept of brown. I just want the concept of brown.
Brown.
God.
We're getting scandalous all up in here.
It's scary as fuck.
Yeah, I should have worn brown.
Well, if you get really scared,
Shit,
you
that's
can
not what I wanted.
We could be wearing the same.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
I don't know if we both fit in there. I have a pretty big butt.
Stop it!
What?
Just stop it. Oh yeah.
Shut up, tell a story.
So, I said before we started, new drug craze.
Okay, yeah, I want to talk about this because I'm confused.
It doesn't make any sense to me. My brother and I were having a conversation about it.
Okay.
Apparently, kids are now.
Oh boy.
Do you want to strap into the roller coaster?
No, I'm only doing that once, but I'll strap in anyway.
Strapped in for a cowboy hard hat.
It was much less of a payoff than I thought it would be, but whatever. Go ahead.
Kids are now smoking bed bugs to get high.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know. My brother and I were having a conversation about it. One of
How
my
does
friends,
that even work?
I don't know. But one of my friends on Facebook posted about it. Like, they posted the article about it, and then there was, like, this big, long, like, what the fuck is wrong with kids?
There will always be things wrong with kids.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with the drinking the hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
What?
The last one that I was really worried about was
Yeah, you never heard about that?
Or
No.
like
They would take hand sanitizer.
dipping alcohol in clean tampons and sucking them dry.
Yeah, or like putting it in their vagina or whatever.
That's a thing.
What?
Yeah.
or
That's a thing.
huffing canned air.
Canned air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. You've heard of that one, but you haven't heard of like
Stacey,
My
you're
brother
from the
used to do
streets.
that.
You should know.
I'm from the sidewalks. How many goddamn times do I gotta say it?
You've never explained that. You've just said you're from the
Sidewalks.
sidewalks.
I'm from
she's
the
from the
sidewalks.
side of the sidewalk.
Yeah, I watch the streets
Sideception.
happen.
Yeah.
I don't take
Because
I don't
because she
participate.
lived in the suburbs outside the city where all the druggies and pregnant chicks were.
But anyway,
Well,
back to
they
the
would
drugs.
with the hand sanitizer, they would boil away the water and the alcohol would be left, or they did something with salt in it.
Yeah,
I don't remember
something
what it
like
is.
that.
The salt would separate the water and the alcohol, and then there was the whole smoking Smarties and shit.
Oh yeah.
Hey kid,
Want to smoke some candy with me?
Yeah. Apparently, they're just like finding bed bugs and fucking smoking them. And I want to.
So weird. That's
Yeah.
gross.
My brother and I were talking about it. Like, he says, how high do you have to be
Just to get
to smoke?
higher.
How desperate do you have to be to smoke a bed bug? I'm like, well, if you're already that high, like, what difference does it make?
Yeah.
Like, really? And he says,
Dude,
I
pass me
wouldn't-
that roach.
yeah, got it. he says,
One of the only perks of people who live in really run-down apartments.
Yeah.
Now they have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Smoking bugs.
Yeah. He says if like I were one of his friends, like if I smoked and I was one of their friends, like I wouldn't want to hang out with them because they're smoking bed bugs. I'm like, they're probably smoking, like he says that I forget what exactly he said, but I said like their house is probably infested with bed bugs to begin with,
Right.
because they probably smoke so much they don't even care anymore.
Right.
So they just got like shit crawling around everywhere.
I feel like this is just a thing you'd see in like California or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like
It's
nobody does this
fucking-
anywhere else, but kids in California are like, we must find better
Yeah.
ways to get high.
But I like want to meet the kid that decided like it'd be a good idea to smoke a bed bug.
It was just one of those high
Just
ideas.
like just to try it, just
Does
be
it
like,
actually get you high?
I don't fucking know. I really don't.
maybe we should find out.
Yeah, yeah. It was
You guys
probably-
go on adventures. We smoke bed bugs.
No, you put on like lab clothes.
Tonight on the
goggles and
CW,
shit.
kids smoke bed bugs. It's already dramatic enough as it is.
Yeah, lab coats.
Goggles. You play with beakers,
Yeah.
and then you're like,
We-
fuck it. You throw it off, and you roll up some bed bugs into a
Yeah,
a
like,
thing.
why are we doing any of this? I don't know. They've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. Why are we just messing with beakers?
Yeah. I could just imagine like it's like a That 70s Show kind of like
Oh,
round
yeah.
table, and like one kid is like I wonder what this would do, man. And he
I
just
don't
like
think anybody on that 70s show sounds like that.
no, I mean they're
Damn
just
you,
sitting.
Kelso.
No, I'm saying they're sitting around like That
'Cause
70s Show.
You have.
They're in a
Fez-
basement just sitting around.
You have Fez, you have Kelso, and you have everybody else.
You have
So
Fez,
that's all that matters.
Fez, Kelso, Foreman, and Shaggy.
Hyde. You forgot Hyde. Hyde's not
Scooby.
Shaggy.
He's the one with the afro and the sunglasses, right?
That's
Yeah.
kind of Shaggy. I work with a guy that kind of looks like
Well,
him.
there's also Donna and Jackie.
I looked at a guy who kind of looked like Jekyll.
You know, Jackie had to wear like platform shoes during that 70s show because Donna's too damn tall.
Well, there's that, and the 70s platform shoes were kind of hip. So
Who marries someone named Kitty? Red and Kitty. Have you ever
Yeah.
thought about that?
yeah,
What the fuck?
he's on a new show now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's on
Resurrection.
Yeah, he's on Resurrection. I
Oh,
cannot,
I love
for the
it.
life of me, figure out what's going on with that
He's
show.
been
I
in
do.
movies
I've never
and
heard
Yeah.
of that
I
show.
love it. It's so amazing.
You're gonna have to explain it to me later.
I don't
because
know. What is it? I don't know.
Apparently, like a bunch
Let
of.
her explain.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
explain.
There you go.
People
You
are
talk.
coming back. People are evidently coming back from the dead. One of the guys who came back from the dead, his son, who is now a lot older than when he died.
He died 32 years ago.
Yeah.
In the 70s.
Yeah.
His
It's
has
red.
been-
Yeah,
his son has
he
been
shoved
observing him
his
and
foot so far up his ass he killed him.
Yeah.
believes that he's an alien.
No,
That,
we just went to the
I'm not
second
entirely
level.
sure what's going on
Plot.
exactly, but
Yeah.
the last episode I saw was one of the new ladies came back and she's pregnant when she killed herself 5 years prior or 12 years prior or something like that.
Is that the one that drove off the
Drove off the
bridge?
cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah. she
You
drove
can't
off the
have
bridge.
a dramatic show without somebody being pregnant.
Well, she's pregnant. She was pregnant when she drove off the bridge.
Okay.
And she's pregnant again with the same guy's baby. Who was
I'm gonna
several
have a
years
ghost
ago.
baby.
This reminds me of a
My son.
conversation me and Riley had last
just
night
getting
while
so
pumping gas.
interesting.
Hold on, it gets worse.
Well, and then the guy who died 32 years ago who came back, he just suddenly disappeared out of thin air.
Which guy that came back?
The guy, Caleb is
The-
his name.
the dad guy?
The dad guy.
It's because
Bad
he robbed the
guy.
bank. He disappeared because he robbed the
I think what
bank.
it is they're coming back to fulfill something that they intended to do
dad
before they
Fuck
died.
if I know.
And once they finish it, they disappear.
Yeah.
That's my opinion of it, anyway.
Well,
That's weird,
yeah.
but alright.
So me and Riley were pumping gas, and we were talking about like, remember how I said I wanted to be killed after I climax in sex by like a Russian spy or something because I think it'd be cool. Shut up.
I've never heard this before.
We talk about this a lot.
But Riley said,
I'm never here for this.
Do you think, like, if that were to happen, she'd just decide to kill you halfway through and then finish you off for her own pleasure? And I'm like, can you come after death? Is that a thing?
Depends on.
Hold
Hold
on.
on. Wait, we
No,
gotta think
no,
about
hold
Because
on,
you
hold on.
lose sense
No,
of
no, I have to
feeling
ask this
pleasure.
question. Shh, I gotta ask this question. Can you come after you've gone?
Tracy can. You weren't here for this, but
Yeah.
what was it? It was one of the episodes Erica was on.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this place is like a brothel with all the coming and going, and Stacy's like, I'm leaving. That's gross.
Yeah. She doesn't like the concept of coming.
Yeah, so if I ever do come,
Second song of the
it's
concept
just
of Brown.
like,
Sorry.
so if I ever do come, it's like a rocket propelled, so I just like fly backwards.
Just
No,
fly through the
coming
drywall.
it shouldn't be the
Right.
concept. All right. Concept of Brown is anal. The
Please, no, let's
the,
just stop.
the,
I'm gonna
the,
stop.
the ejaculation
I'm gonna
theory.
stop you right there.
Ejaculation theory.
We're done. We're done.
Good
with
night,
that.
everybody.
And
But no, you make a very valid point. Like,
Can you come after death?
I guess it depends on how soon you were dead.
Yeah.
Like if you were in the middle of it and you're like already halfway there, then I guess if you kept.
Well, is
going.
it 7 minutes or 7 seconds of brain activity you have left? I don't remember. I'm
Wait,
pretty
for
sure
what?
it's after you die.
minutes.
I'm pretty sure it's 7 minutes.
That's creepy.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Because the brain can only hold so much oxygen
Yeah.
until a certain time.
Yeah.
Right.
And you void your bowels when you die. So
Yes.
if you could do all that.
Because
Well, that's just muscle releasing.
Yeah,
the
but
brain-
if you're to the point where it's about to happen and you die, it probably will still happen.
Well, no, we were talking like
Within 7
halfway.
minutes, maybe, yeah.
The thing about the brain is that it will do everything it possibly can to stay alive.
Yeah.
So after you're dead, like if your heart stops beating, your brain will still be up there like, guys, what's going on? What's going on down there? What's going on there, John?
We're going
Talk to me, liver!
Don't die on me, damn
Don't
it!
you go on me!
I've
I don't know
already,
why he has a walkie-talkie.
I've already
but he
practically
does.
disproved heaven. I now want to know if you can come after death.
That's how you get into heaven.
Well, no. Basically, when you die for 42 hours, your brain goes into a high state, like more than what you can get through drugs. For
Okay.
42 hours, your brain is in a state of constant high.
That's like 2 days.
Almost 2 days. I'm confused. What is this from?
2 days.
It's a scientific fact. It's stuff.
When what happens?
When you die,
They killed a guy to try
your
this.
brain releases chemicals that puts your brain into a state of high for
That doesn't
42
make any
hours.
sense. Why? Why is that?
It's just chemical releases through natural causes of death. But
You
I
don't
don't
feel
buy-
it. You obviously don't feel it because you're dead, but it happened.
I
But
don't
I see
buy
it as,
that,
as,
though.
as people that are brought back, that high, it could be like a dreamlike state. There, that's heaven. There you go. 42 hours of
I imagine that heaven is like that relief you get while pissing, but like forever.
So I get to lean up against the wall forever.
Yeah.
My aunt explained that to her son. He went up to her and he's like,
Leaning up against the wall while
Mom,
pissing.
what's heaven like? What does it feel like to come? Like to ejaculate? Oh, imagine holding your piss in for a really long time and then just letting it go. That's what it feels like.
All in one shot.
Well, if you're gonna explain something that to a really young kid, I guess that's sort of the best way to deal with it.
Is that how women feel when they come? It's just all in one shot, or is it like what everybody says? It's
This
like
is
a
not
5 to
health
10 minute
class,
build
I
up.
Kyle.
guess it all
I
depends.
need to learn things. Stay out of my turf.
Bananas.
Bananas.
Burners? Okay.
Go on.
What was I talking about?
Going.
Holding in your pee.
Oh yeah. I'm not entirely sure. It all depends on the person, I guess.
Well, from your personal experiences.
Go into detail.
I'd rather not.
Okay then, Stacy.
See, it's not just me.
It's jet propelled.
He may not want to
No,
get your pants.
no.
but it's not just me.
I am asking a question because it's something I don't
I
know.
understand. I'm just saying it's not just me.
It's like when I woke up, yesterday morning or this morning, where I asked, do dicks have balls? And then I realized that they do.
I still don't get
Have
it.
you ever wondered what it'd be like to have a dick?
It's an experience that I can't
I would
have.
love to. I would love to be able to pee on the floor. Let's just wherever I am, just pee over there, pee on you.
Well,
I own you now.
You could do
That's
that
mine.
now.
One of my favorite Robin
Take some
Williams
gym-
jokes.
Take
Like,
some
what would it be
gymnastics
like to,
classes
jerk
and just
myself
like
off?
split yourself in half.
Just
and
grab, like, a
start
funnel.
spinning.
They make. I don't know where they came from. Probably Japan. But they make essentially funnels that you just cup over your vagina and you can pee out your pants.
I would love that. I want that, honestly.
Well, no, one of my
Birthday.
favorite. Oh, okay.
I could just.
Internet, Stacy's birthday is coming up. May 26th. Buy her as many of those funnel things as you can.
June 27th. Like a month apart.
What is
November!
God damn it! Why does everyone I know have a birthday on June 27th?
I don't know.
I know 2 other people.
I feel like you
That's
should
not
have
everybody,
sat in the
though.
middle between them.
It's an exaggeration,
Why?
Kyle.
You want
It's
us
called
to not feel
telekinesis,
each other?
Kyle.
So 3 people is not quite
nice.
12
3
fishes.
people is a coincidence that is scary.
Mostly.
I'm not. I'm flipping.
Me too.
Did you say you're flubby?
We work together. It's alright.
Yeah, I love
I work out.
Hey,
You know, one of my favorite Robin Williams jokes, and he's like, he's talking about how cats pee on things to mark their territory. Oh
listening.
God, no!
See, this is what I'm saying, that we just like randomly swallow tongues.
I swallow my tongue like
Each
10
other's
times a day. I
Yeah.
get fired like 5 times in a day. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
By my supervisors, I got fired like 5 times
Why?
for no reason.
How does it go down?
Because they're friends with me and they fire me all the time.
Apparently that's what friends do. You're fired.
You fire people. That's the side of friendship. But no, Robin Williams saying that cats pee on things to mark their territory.
I thought you were gonna do it again.
No, he's like, what if that's how it was with humans? He's got this water bottle. He's like, hey Frank, that's a nice car. It's mine now.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
It's mine. That's mine. Oh, that's a nice thing you have there. Mine.
Oh, I like your wife, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. That's a nice. What? That's a
Okay,
nice
nice
voice you
record.
got there.
No.
I did it again.
The only problem with
Only
that
pee on
is
the boob.
they could pee back on it and then you have to fight it out.
No, I can. All right,
Well,
you
if the face
stop
is
it!
chop off.
Just stop it! Stop! It's confusing.
Girl talk.
You're confusing.
God. You said about they have a water bottle. Like, hey, I like your car. Like, just squirt it with a water bottle. Hey, I like your wife. And just throws like a bucket.
It's mine now.
Mine now. This is mine. It's like throws a bucket. He just grabs it. Mine now. This is
No,
mine.
we were saying just throw it on her tits instead of her face in case she has an ugly face, you know?
Yeah, and then I replied, if you don't like her face, just cut it off.
Why would you claim it if you don't like the whole thing?
Yeah.
Because
Ah.
the tits might be
Or
phenomenal.
hold on.
People are
Even
stupid.
better.
You might
Instead
just
of
look at the
instead
tits,
of throwing
just put
a
bag over the head or
Instead of
something.
throwing a bucket of water on them, you throw a bucket of acid at their face, and it clears up the face problem.
And then they
used to
have
get the rest of
superheroes.
it. Yes.
You attach their feet to a crane and you dunk them into the vat that the Joker fell in.
The Joker.
The Joker.
Yeah.
The Armory of the Bakery.
Oh.
The Armory of the Bakery.
Have you ever seen Batman where Jack Nicholson was the Joker?
Yeah, I forgot about
He
that.
fell into the vat and then came out with the funny face.
I forgot.
Please
about
don't
that.
kill me, but I have never seen any Batman movies.
That's fine.
Okay.
Sadness.
I saw one Spider-Man movie and just got creeped the fuck out.
Okay, now you gotta
It's
die. Spider-Man does not make up for the loss of Batman.
I have to say though,
No,
I'm not
I
very
was
well
freaked
versed
out.
in superheroes either.
It's okay.
I just remember I
am a
retain information from movies and TV shows.
I've noticed.
I haven't watched
Quite well.
the first
You speak
Amazing
to speak to.
Spider-Man yet. I don't really want to because I never liked the Amazing Spider-Man series.
Yeah, because he's got a Hot Wheels car
Those
for a
are
thing
good.
that sprays
Yeah,
web.
yeah.
It's pretty stupid and like
Electro looks like a thug with electric powers.
the last scene in Amazing Spider-Man where like the construction workers line cranes up so we can have an expressway to the building is retarded.
Yeah, that's retarded.
I've never seen it. I don't feel like I
The guy's
I
last
should.
name is Garfield. That's all I remember.
But I saw the trailer
worry.
for the
Don't
second.
worry.
I saw the trailer for the second Amazing Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and that looks okay. I just nothing against Jamie Foxx, but Electro is in black. He's just not.
Okay.
That's the only problem I feel like I have, and I couldn't tell if that big clumsy what the fuck ever it is supposed to be Rhino because I heard Rhino's supposed to be in that movie, but if it is, I don't really like that either. So I may not even watch the Amazing Spider-Man series.
Movies
I wish
are
they would've-
getting worse, apparently.
I wish they would have done more with Juggernaut from X-Men the Third.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Because he just is in one scene and he's got that.
Well, he's got like 2 or 3, but like
Yeah.
they're all really good.
Yeah.
Because he's British.
Yeah.
And he's a juggernaut.
It's great. I'm pretty sure he's a rugby player.
That takes some juggernaut ability.
It does.
Rugby is like one of the most violent sports. Why isn't that in American?
Yeah,
culture?
why isn't that America's national pastime?
Yeah, all we've done is make football more violent, but it still doesn't compare to rugby.
No, we've made football less violent.
And less racist.
Yeah, and less racist.
Yeah. So I guess maybe we don't. We just want gladiators. I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm game.
I saw some article. I didn't read it because I didn't really care for it. I just saw it that something about baseball in Japan. I'm thinking, why the fuck is America's national pastime somewhere else? Then I started
America's national pastime is football.
national pastime.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
America's mashed potatoes is football.
Well, no, it's
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 that's
baseball.
the slogan for baseball.
yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Yes, yes. Buttery.
Baseball, mashed potatoes.
Okay.
With corn.
Ew.
No, you don't
Ew.
put
Corn and mashed potatoes is alright.
I don't like corn.
Oh, well, you're
Why? Jonathan Davis is a pretty good singer. Aha!
I actually don't even care much for the band either.
I've never heard the
He looks like he sounds like he's gonna lose his mind at any moment.
Yeah, I forget who I was with the other day. It was
Like the end part of Freak on a Leash where he's like doing the beatboxing that just
Yeah.
sounds boom.
yeah.
Now it just sounds like he belongs in Men in Black.
Casey needs an exorcist.
I
Exorcism.
think so.
Yeah.
I think my eyes went a little too wide there.
But I forget who I was with last week. But we were driving around and I was listening to music on my iPod. And
You never got to that thing about the
the-
article you were reading that you didn't really read.
about the baseball?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just said
No, that's all I wanted to comment about it.
that it was Japanese.
America's national pastime is somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of made me think, oh god, I'm turning into a stereotypical American. They took our gerbs. But I was listening to something and they're like, can we listen to something that I know? I'm like, well, what do you know? And they're like, well, I listened to Kid Rock and
Oh.
Avenged Sevenfold and these people. I'm like, so do you listen to Korn? And they're like, didn't they do something with Meatloaf? I'm like, are you fucking stupid? And then I started to think,
Corn and meatloaf.
yeah, I started to think maybe they should do a
And
collaboration.
Bread.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
bread.
We have a whole dinner here.
Yeah.
They go on tour together. Just call it the dinner tour.
Oh, and then Pancakes for Dinner should join.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can open for them.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll just do covers of the songs that they're going to sing.
We're just gonna do covers or Nirvana songs because that's all you know.
Yeah, that's all I know how to play. I did learn the intro for Whiskey in the Jar though,
There you go.
purely by accident, but it still happened.
That's a good
I can
song.
play the intro to Come Say Loy on the piano. Does that count?
Yeah. It's
I'm
impressive.
badass.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to say something else.
I can't play shit. Don't look at me.
Why would you play with shit?
I don't know.
Woo! Squishy! It
He
is.
just really likes the concept of brown. So when you're friends with Mexicans, does that mean you really like the concept of brown? That was bad. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I feel
It,
bad.
it's like an argument my grandpa was trying to start the other week. Something about Puerto Ricans. He just doesn't like Puerto Ricans. Like, the Puerto Ricans. I'm like, what do you have against Puerto Ricans? Like, and they're just like the Mexicans. I'm like, no, they're not. They're just like the Mexicans. Mexicans are brown, and Puerto Ricans look like us. I don't get it. Puerto Ricans are brown, or Mexicans are brown. Puerto Ricans are white. No, they aren't. Yes, they are.
yes, they are.
No, they're like Mexicans. I'm like, no, they aren't. And we got in an argument over what color these people were. I'm like, I'm friends with both nationalities. More Mexicans than Puerto Ricans
I
because
know
not a
Manny
lot.
Santiago. He's Puerto Rican.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, fuck, he just ruined everything for me.
Why?
Because he's brown.
He's not that brown.
He's browner than most of the Puerto Ricans I know.
Oh, whatever.
He's browner
He's
than
from Puerto Rico. I know that for a fact. And
I'm
he
not
insists.
very brown.
He insists on calling me a different name every time
Really?
because I don't think I ever showed you my two sets. When I
Showed
did
me
comedy.
one.
Oh, okay.
I think it was your first.
Yeah, the one where I was like, nobody knows who I am, even
Yeah.
though I've been watching comedy here for like a year.
Yeah.
So every time he comes up to me, he calls me something different.
Hey, Penguino. Sorry.
He called me a penguin
Yes.
in Spanish.
Penguino.
That's great.
Of all the Spanish words, that's the one that has to make me wow.
Wesley.
Ole!
Wah.
Wah.
Say that.
I'm an idiot.
It
We're
was
gonna
great.
kill the Batman. Wah.
I think we need to explain it to Hope,
Okay.
and we still got time to kill. So
I still want to do Today I Learned.
Yeah.
We'll do that after this.
Yeah.
part.
I remember what my
That's
today
my
was.
key.
Yeah. I still have another
Well, that's
thing.
my phone now.
The penguin thing. We were going to a comedy show in Maryland, and we were talking about Batman,
Yeah.
and we said something about the penguin.
Yeah.
And Casey says, I heard you like the Penguin, so I got you some Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Because Danny DeVito...
Because I was trying to say Danny DeVito. I
Danny
said
DeVito
Robert De Niro.
played the Penguin in Batman Returns
Yeah.
in the 90s. And he meant to say Danny DeVito, but it came out Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
So then Kyle and I just took it. Mostly Kyle. Like, he was on his shit that night.
Just, we're gonna kill the Batman. Wah.
He's just so bland.
Yeah. So,
I was in a movie with Sylvester Stallone.
wah. Yeah. So,
Christopher Walken just falls through the sewer system on the duck.
Is that what that sounds like? Why?
Well, no, Christopher Walken was also in the movie with Danny DeVito.
Oh, he was?
really?
Yes.
I don't remember.
He was the white-haired guy that tried to kill the woman who became Catwoman.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I completely forgot about that. See, that's another thing that I was talking to you about this earlier, but that's another thing I like about being old and finding stuff out about stuff you liked as a kid.
So
Yeah.
Christopher
And you can
Walken
enjoy it,
rides
like,
the duck
twice as
into
much.
the sewer system with the
Yeah.
penguins. I've brought you here for a reason. Why?
For a reason.
It's,
I had this watch up my ass.
thank you. I was just about to go there.
For 5 years. And I give it to you.
Your dad's dad gave it to him, and your dad was going to give it to you, but he died. So
He
now
died.
I'm going to give it to you. I was more like Bronx-ish than anything.
It's Christopher Walken.
And
Christopher Walken.
God damn it,
Walken.
Walken. So
Maybe
all right,
I'm the wow.
calm down, puddle of mud.
Maybe I'm the wow.
Who else? A schizophrenic psycho? Yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
Did you know the lead singer? The lead singer and I share a name.
Wes?
Yeah.
I feel like our
Okay.
entire show is talking about irrelevant things, colorblind, Batman, and music.
Yeah.
I have to ask this question because
Go
I was
ahead.
going to ask it last week, but I forgot.
What's that?
What's the closest you guys have gotten to
Concept
fame?
of Brown.
Fame?
Yeah, like knowing famous people.
What do you mean knowing famous people? Like personally knowing famous
Like
people?
degrees of separation or whatever.
I know. My aunt Cindy, she did bar hopping with Toby. No, not Toby Keith. Garth Brooks, and she created the song "Lonesome Dove" with him.
Okay.
I'm going to start with this. I'm related to the guy that invented cat litter,
Okay.
so there's that.
All right.
I have met Orange County Choppers, all the Tuttles. They've done business with my grandpa. I have met, what's his name? He just retired. Jay Leno's. I met Jay Leno's manager agent guy because Jay Leno has done business with my grandpa.
What does he do?
He builds sidecars for motorcycles, and
Oh.
Jay Leno bought a sidecar from my grandpa.
Interesting.
Yeah. I have met the lead singer from Volbeat, and we swore at each other.
That's nice.
I met Bobby Labonte.
So when you met the guy from Volbeat,
Yes.
was he very hard to understand?
No.
Because he sings like Sting.
Yeah. Well, he's
Is he
Norwegian.
related to Sting?
No, he's Norwegian, so
Oh.
that makes it kind of hard
Yeah.
for him. Well, not really hard. I don't know if it's like a pack.
I recently learned that Poets of the Fall is a Norwegian.
Aren't the guys from Apocalyptica like Norwegian?
Are
That's
they?
Something like that.
They don't sing any of their songs because they have very thick accents. That's why they always
Is that the cello guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always do team-ups with other people, and they do the singing.
They're either Norwegian or Swedish. I don't remember.
Yeah, but they have
I
like
did not
super
know
thick
that.
accents, so they
Yeah.
don't sing at all.
Yeah. They just play the cello.
Well, the Scorpions pulled it off with their accents.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone
died.
Nice.
That or was a really old motorcycle,
Riley's here.
like from Aristocats, where every time the thing goes, the guy's hat jumps up.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that.
Let's see. The only real, there's only two. I have a cousin who was on Criminal Minds in like the last episode.
Joel
Joel?
Heyman.
No.
Okay.
He was on Friends.
Yeah, he was in Criminal Minds too. He was a regular in Criminal Minds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one of my cousins was on Criminal Minds recently, and she was on another show that got canceled. And I think I've mentioned this before, not on the show though. In the development where I live is where the singer for Poison, I forget his name all of a sudden.
Bret Michaels.
Brett Michaels' mom lives in the lake.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there's one more. My mom's best friend from high school, her son went to school with, what is it? Kid Rock's kid. Kid Rock's child, yeah.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock, yeah.
I don't know the name
Child Stone.
of the singer.
I have.
But my dad's cousin is like best friends with some folk singer that lives around here. I don't remember her name. I don't care. I don't like her music.
I'm Keith Lowe's nephew.
That'll get you real far.
In Harrisburg area comedy. Well,
No, man, I can get into this Kiss concert. I'm the nephew of Keith Lowe. Oh shit! Well, you better go right in then.
Do you know my uncle? You better let me in here.
He likes to rock and roll all night and party every day.
7 and 7.
7 and 7.
It's 13.
I don't get that shit.
I don't either. But it's still
Maybe because he doesn't know how to math.
probably he can't do math when he's drunk. I can do math when I'm drunk. So
Got the right genes,
your
I
powers
guess.
combined. You are.
You are.
an Asian.
I was gonna say.
No,
like,
we're just a normal
yeah,
person.
you're just a normal person.
Yeah.
I was also going to say that I had a professor in my first semester of college, who lived in the same town and had the same dentist as Faith Hill.
Oh, sweet.
I had a substitute teacher who's best friends with what's his face? I don't remember his name. Donald Trump.
Oh.
Trump. Anyway, time for Today I Learned.
Okay.
Oh shit! I'm
What'd
gonna learn stuff.
you learn?
Do you want to go first? Because mine's kind of a big deal.
Sure. Today I learned, or rather this week I learned, either way, I learned that there is special caulking, essentially, to hang mirrors with.
Really?
I
Yes.
thought you just said cocking.
Yeah. Because if you were to use, like, regular, especially silicone caulking, if you use the silicone caulking, it will eat away the silver backing of the mirror, and the silver will fall right off.
Huh.
So they make a special adhesive to hang mirrors, and like if you go like into a bathroom, like into any public places, like it's the mirror, and then it's got like metal trim at the top and bottom. Those are just decoration; they don't serve any purpose. They're what is actually holding the mirror up on the wall is just globs of
Globs
that.
of caulk.
Yeah, just globs of that adhesive
Globs
caulking.
of
Yeah. So that's what I learned today. I never knew that.
I didn't either.
That
So
was pretty
this is a little bit more of a substantial deal.
Okay.
So today I learned that let me just back up and start from the beginning because it kind of gives it away if I just tell you. Yeah, you got to strap in for this one.
Last time that he said that's the day we learned, we got into a very in-depth conversation about space.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I was
right, we
fucking-
did.
So
I was-
I'm now prepared.
shit.
This is a good one. I really like this. as you guys know, I'm in an archaeology class, and I fucking love it. If I decide not to be a teacher, which is what I'm going for right now, I would definitely go into archaeology.
Okay.
It's so goddamn interesting.
So you're gonna be Indiana Jones. You're gonna
Yeah,
teach,
essentially.
You're gonna teach history or
Can I follow
archaeology.
you around after you become an archaeologist and just
I was gonna say, you have to wear a hat, and you gotta get Asian, and you gotta be like 10.
I gotta become a 10-year-old Asian. Get right on that.
Short round. You gotta be Data from Goosebumps.
What?
That's
That's Data!
the short round from Indiana Jones also played Data in Goosebumps.
Who's Data?
It was
the little Asian kid with the inventions.
he was the robot guy on Star Trek.
Yeah, Data. Or Data, however you like pronounce it.
That's not Goosebumps. Goonies. I meant the Goonies.
Goonies.
I kept saying Goosebumps. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, it is the same kid.
It is.
Yeah.
Goonies never say die.
You guys.
I love his laugh. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Alright, anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so Indiana Bones in the Temple of Pooey. Okay. So, right before class, my professor was telling us about how he discovered these very surprising bones that he found in the archaeology department. Apparently, like, in the 1890s, when Millersville was, like, first becoming a college, it was founded in 1855. So, just, like, right after that, this guy was like, you know what? I found this thing about John Smith, the guy who's associated with Pocahontas and everything. This guy, John Smith, was writing in one of his journals, and in passing, he just talked about these giants that he came across in Lancaster County. Or what would
Kyle, it's your family.
What would become Lancaster County. And he's like, he just for a fleeting moment, was like talking about, oh yeah, I met these giants.
Hodor.
Hodor. He's a DJ apparently, like in real life.
Is he really?
The actor is a DJ.
That's badass.
Yeah. He's just so happy all the time.
Hodor.
So, the guy in the 1890s is looking at this journal. He's like, that's weird. Because apparently, like, people talk all the time in those times about giants living in, like, Pennsylvania or anywhere across the country. Because, you know, it's a new place. You just expect, like, this is where all the mythical creatures live, right? So I was thinking, well, maybe there's some truth to this. So he goes out to one of, like, the really old farms in Lancaster County. He's looking around. He does some digging. And he finds these bones. He's like, oh, how about that? He only finds like half a skeleton, but it's substantial enough that he just takes it back to the college. But nobody he just keeps them, and he doesn't tell anybody. So fast forward to like 30 years ago when my professor was just starting to teach, and he was like one of the new people there. So like the head of the archaeology department is like, so we're doing some cleaning, and since you're new to the whole teaching business, we figured you might as well look through all the stuff and see if there's anything you want. And he found those same bones, and he's like, holy crap, these bones are massive.
It's just these big ass bones leading up in the back corner of a closet.
Yeah,
It's like half a pose.
they were like hiding in a drawer somewhere.
Yeah.
He pulled them out, and apparently there's this formula you can find. Like if you have one bone, like a femur or an arm bone, tibia or fibula, I forget what it's called. Arm bone is connected to the other arm bone.
The head bone's connected to the leg bone.
The leg bone's connected to the ear bone.
How the fuck does that work out?
It's a very grotesque creature. But yeah.
They were just doing yoga back in the day, and they died that way. And we're confused.
Okay, sure. The ham bone's connected to the arm. I don't know. So he goes to look at these bones, and he's like, holy crap, they're huge. And he's measuring them compared to himself, because the dude's like 6'3". So he's looking at them, and they're like really, like the femur is really big compared to his. He plugged all the numbers in. Turns out that the bones of this person was somewhere between 6'10" and 7'2".
Kyle, it's your uncle.
So either that means one of two things.
What's that?
Either one, there was a guy, like a settler back in like the 1600s when Pennsylvania was first being colonized. A guy who was like freakishly tall even for those times. Because think about it, back in those days, like average height was like 5 foot or something like that. Or the Conestoga Indians, who were wiped out like almost immediately by another tribe, so nobody ever saw them firsthand very much. Those guys were actually giants.
That kind of begs the question: how the fuck did they die?
They were killed off.
If they're that big, it must have been one hell of a night raid.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because
Well, either that or they could have been just a really peaceful tribe.
because what happened was
More or less
it was
gave
the
in.
Conestoga Indians first, and then they were killed off by the Susquehannocks, I think.
I believe so.
And then the Susquehannocks were moved off wherever they were by settlers. So nobody saw much of the Conestoga Indians. So they weren't able to like mix with the tribe. So that gene, if it was there, would be able to like you have like freakishly tall people.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I thought that was I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
I don't understand how what's it called, gigantism. I don't understand how that works out. I know it's like a glandular thing or something.
What do you mean?
Like how like you become that tall.
I don't know.
How you become that tall, Kyle?
Your glands secrete
Miracle
growing
Grow
hormones.
in milk.
Yeah, that too.
I just eat dirt and milk. Eat dirt and suck on cows.
I honestly don't know how I am as tall as I am. Nobody else in my family is my height except for my one cousin.
You drink your milk.
He's 2 inches shorter than me.
Which is funny because Stacy's family will go through like a gallon of milk in a day,
At least.
and you're 5'1"?
I'm 5'2".
5'2".
But your bones are probably super fucking thick and calcified.
We can throw you against a wall and you won't die.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Have you ever broken a bone before?
Once, and it was before I was 2, and that's because a TV landed on my leg.
Nice.
So yeah.
Why don't you tell that story?
What else is there?
She
TV
just-
fell on
she
my
just-
leg.
How did a TV fall on your leg?
Gravity!
The stand was wildly air. My brother and sister ran into it. It fell over, bounced off my brother's shoulder, landed on me. Mom freaked the fuck out. She had a lot to drink afterwards.
Your mom
She drank away
solves
your
a
pain.
lot of problems with Jack Daniels.
No, back then she was in the gym thing. She only recently converted to Jack.
She was with Jim, but now she's with Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are J's.
Yeah.
I know like there's a couple wrestlers that are like over 7 feet tall,
They drink their milk.
and
They have
one of
steroids.
them like actually had surgery within the past 2 or 3 years.
Being tall is extremely dangerous for
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah, you have
they-
to have a really powerful heart.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you have to be built to be tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the tall, lanky people usually end up with back problems
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
just curvature in their bones that they shouldn't have. So you have to be built practically like a football player to be able to
Yeah.
survive as a tall person.
Yeah.
Well, this I forget which one it is, but they went for surgery, and it's like some sort of gland that they're not it's not a continuous growth, like when you're a child and like you go from like this tall to like this tall overnight, but like they grow a couple centimeters every year. They still keep growing a couple centimeters every year, and they had to like get surgery to like remove that gland or what's the word I want to use to stop that gland from producing whatever it is that causes them to still grow.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I've always been curious about that, like how gigantism like works out.
Andre the Giant. How
Yeah.
tall was he?
He actually wasn't as tall as the wrestlers today. He was
It's like 6'10" or something.
something like that.
Yeah.
But there's I think Great Khali and the Big Show are like 7'2". So he wasn't that much of a giant. He was more big around than he was big vertically. Either way,
Yeah,
He's
it-
still-
like
he's still
I said,
fucking
to
cool.
be tall, you have to be built for it. Otherwise, you have serious medical problems.
Yeah.
A lot of short people complain that they have got problems, but It usually...
Show people got
No reason to live.
Thanks.
Yay!
But tall people usually suffer more.
Hey, don't worry. There's a girl who goes to my
Yeah, I'm
college
sure.
who's probably 4'5". I'm gonna guess.
Nice.
Really exciting.
There's a girl that goes to my college. She's as tall as my microphone.
You're my only friend.
Tell me about the rabbits.
like,
The conejos.
I guess to understand the size of the Big Show, like, I'm built like a miniature Big Show.
He's an actual show. He's so big.
Yeah. Like, he's 7'2", and he's just really fucking thick, and he wears, like, a fucking 23 quad E boot.
Jesus.
It's something like that.
Yeah. See, I know nothing about wrestling, so I don't know who you're talking about.
And
Don't worry.
he's got a hand as big as a frying pan.
Oh, he's
Oh my
gigantic.
God.
Yeah, he just to give you an idea, like this guy, like he's like not quite 500 pounds,
Wow.
but he's that big, and like
he must have a huge cock.
he's athletic as shit, and he can run around and everything just as well as any of the smaller guys can. He does, like, I'm pretty sure I have bigger boobs than he does, and he's fucking gigantic
It's possible.
because he's
Yeah, you
built
can't
like
really
I'm built, where it's not like you're fat and you
Yeah.
just got like rolls everywhere.
You just have that.
It's-
That's how you're built.
Yeah, it's like I call it athletically fat.
It's a traditional Japanese sumo style because they're not rolls.
Sure.
It's
They're not like rolls who has rolls.
their fat is actual muscle. Like, you know, when
Yeah.
you push on your stomach, you feel resistance. It doesn't squish. That's how sumo
Unless
wrestlers.
you grab underneath my belly button,
Yeah,
that's
I
squishy.
have squish.
sumo wrestlers are just like that. Like the cartoons where you see them slap and you see ripples and waves and stuff. That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
You push on them, you're gonna
Yeah.
move.
They're
backwards.
a wall.
yeah.
You're a brick wall. They're like a more than brick wall.
They're like a 2 brick wall.
They're like a brick plus wall.
Oh man. So, all right,
Squared.
I want to know.
Yeah, you're cool.
Have you ever seen the rain? You said I want to know.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of.
I would like to know.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on this week? Like, all of a sudden, like, there's just like accidents and like terroristic shit going on.
I haven't
There
heard
was-
about anything.
Really?
I go to college. I'm out of the loop.
I'm telling you,
Seriously,
it's-
Shootings
whenever
at high
I'm
school.
I'm in college, I miss all the news that
Really?
goes on.
Really?
it's getting slightly warmer, so all the crazy people are just like, fuck it, I want to go outside.
Well,
They're done hibernating. They're coming out.
the big thing outside of Pittsburgh.
I did hear about that from Erica.
On what was it, Wednesday?
Dude,
Um,
stabbed like 20 kids.
22 people
Yeah.
with a 10-inch kitchen knife. It took 5 minutes, and he stabbed 22 people.
Yeah.
That's like he spent like a minute every 4 people.
That's ridiculous.
How the fuck can you do?
And he's still alive. He didn't kill himself afterward.
Yeah, well, that's because he had a big ass kitchen knife. Like,
Well, he could have harikari'd it.
That's true.
Um,
But like, I want to know like how you can. I'm not really concerned about like his mental state or anything.
I kind of want to know what he was thinking.
I would like to know that eventually.
Because I know it seems like depressed people are the people who just snap and are like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill everyone.
but I want to know how you spend a minute on 4 people. Like how like.
Maybe it was in a
the
crowded
speed.
hallway and he just swirls around.
Hey, yeah, that is a possibility.
He's got like a knife on
yeah.
a chain, just goes.
Well, I don't remember if like they said he had 2 or if it was 1. But that does make sense. Like he's walking through a crowded hallway, and he just like does this.
He's
Yeah.
just like, I don't like you, I don't like you, I don't
Yeah.
like you.
Pretty much.
That it's just fucking.
It's
I don't know if
ridiculous.
And,
his lawyers
what
say
was
that
it
he's
that-
a really good kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say like all the kids who they interviewed are like he's just a normal guy.
They're
Yeah.
trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
But those are the most
You won't
dangerous.
talk though.
Of course not. Quiet ones.
What else happened?
I think this was in Ohio. A car drove through a daycare.
Oh, I did hear about that too.
Yeah, it was cut off by. There's a dog in here.
Oh no.
Hi, Mom. A guy was cut off while he was driving, and he swerved out of the way and ended up driving right through a daycare.
Yeah.
And
then I also heard...
killed a couple dozen kids, I think.
Oh, really?
Something like that.
I heard he just ran into it.
I don't really remember.
And then there was another car. The car that cut him off just was abandoned.
Yeah.
It just ran off.
Yeah. There's also an accident on 81 the other day. It was southbound 81 in Carlisle it was like right off the 34 exit off Hanover Street. A guy was coming south, and all of a sudden he just like went right through the median into the northbound lane and collided head on with a tractor trailer.
That's what that was.
He died immediately. Like the he was I think he was in Durango. Like it just accordion and it rolled
that sound
and it rolled over. He died immediately. The tractor trailer driver died.
Really?
And the tractor trailer driver had a passenger, and he was taken to the hospital in serious condition.
He's the heir now. Now he has to drive the tractor trailer.
Yeah. But
there was also
I bequeath you.
Yeah.
Why are you guys saying bequeath?
Because of last week.
It's bequeath.
That's
why I changed it I changed as much as I could.
Well, no, don't change it because he's Heath the Queef of comedy, and he was passing the Heath torch.
I still changed it.
Oh, whatever.
Bequeath.
That's fine. But anyway,
I also heard there was a brush fire.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
that
was just when I was coming.
It's not
home.
as interesting.
Yeah, fires. Nah.
Yeah.
People getting stabbed. That's exciting.
Yeah, but like, I guess I just don't really understand like tractor trailers all that much. But it was a fucking like SUV, like as tall as my truck, maybe a little taller.
Yeah.
And a tractor trailer is like tractor trailer SUV. It's like half as tall as the front end.
Maybe the guy hit the windshield.
I don't know. Well, I like my mom and I were watching the news. Like
Well,
I got home and walked in, and it came on the news.
Did he die instantly?
The tractor trailer driver?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Huh.
And she said, well, maybe
he probably would have like bashed his head.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
My mom said, well, maybe like where the SUV collided, like it was something like that pushed up in and killed him that way. Because I have a friend who was in a car accident with a bunch of other people. Like it was hard enough that where they hit it, the engine came through the firewall of the car and right into the lap of the driver.
What do I do with this?
Yeah, well, it killed the driver because it just went right through.
But if he would have lived, he would have been like,
yeah,
I don't have an engine block on my lap.
This is really fucking hot. Get it off.
And heavy.
Yeah, but other than that, there was one more.
I don't know. People are just going crazy because like my only assumption is it's warm, so they're leaving their house.
Yeah,
they're going outside.
Yeah. Even though that doesn't stop people in the winter, like when you were trying to direct people to stay inside, everybody's like,
yeah,
we need to get home. Don't go home. It's a blizzard.
Yeah, you're gonna make it worse. Fucking the news people sending all their journalists out in the middle of the fucking road. There was another one. There was a bus and a truck.
Bus.
I believe it was like a truck, like I have a truck.
Truck.
Not like a tractor trailer.
Not a truck bus. A truck.
But a truck and a bus collided in California.
And became a truck bus.
A tour bus?
I don't remember if it was a tour bus or if it was like a school bus. But
it was a tour bus that was taking a bunch of high school kids to see their college campus.
Yeah. And
well,
it killed a bunch of the kids.
And now you don't get to go to college.
Kids,
Yeah.
That's
it's ridiculous, man.
It went up in flames right away.
I blamed it
on you.
No.
You killed all those people.
Because you talked about it.
Because I talked about it.
Because you talk about someone, they die.
Yeah. I have a gift and a curse.
I kill dead people with my words.
I killed dead people. Well, they're already dead. I blamed it Wednesday.
Too. I just realized how stupid that was.
Where?
It's always
nothing can be stupider than Robert De Niro penguin. But I
wanted to say Danny DeVito.
I understand. It just shit happens.
Yeah.
I blamed it on the passing of Ultimate Warrior, another wrestler. He went into hiding for 18 years. He left wrestling and went into hiding for 18 years. He finally made amends with the WWE, came back, was inducted to the Hall of Fame last
So
Saturday.
everyone died out of spite?
No, he was inducted to the Hall of Fame last Saturday night, was on WrestleMania last Sunday, and made a big elaborate speech on Raw Monday night. Tuesday night, he has a heart attack and dies. And after that, like Wednesday into the rest of the week, like all this shit starts happening. I was like fucking Ultimate Warrior dies and everyone loses their shit.
Nobody cares about wrestling except for you.
Well, you don't have to care about wrestling, like.
So then why does everybody lose their shit if nobody cares about
Well,
wrestling?
no, at some point or another, most people.
I want you to back this up with facts.
It's
in
the-
MLA format, on a bibliography on the back page.
Listen. All right, Ultimate Warrior, his wrestling career lasted from 85 to 96.
Okay.
That was like part of the golden era of wrestling. It doesn't matter if you were around during that time period and watched him in person, or you came back like
From the dead?
like I did, and like you didn't have the opportunity to watch it firsthand, but you get to watch videos and stuff. I'm not saying that everyone has like a wrestling experience, but people that know about wrestling and occasionally will watch it, like they more like the older stuff than the newer stuff, obviously. So like I for one am really upset at the passing of Ultimate Warrior.
Okay.
Just because like I know he wouldn't be able to come back because he was 54 when he died.
Right.
I know he wouldn't be able to come back for another match, but the fact that he's gone for good, there's no chance of him coming back in any form.
Yeah.
Like he had his opportunity to come back. He had his opportunity to make amends with everyone, and he did.
And that's why everyone died.
And then he died, and then everyone like because he was already not well to begin with last weekend.
Okay.
And he comes out Monday night, 24 hours before he passes away, and makes an elaborate speech along the lines of, "At some point, every man's heart beats its last beat, and his lungs breathes its last breath." Is how it started out, and then 24 hours later, he dies.
Okay.
So like. And that makes you believe, like, he knew he was about to die.
That makes
so
sense.
that's why he wanted to make amends, and that's why everything happened the way it did.
Yeah.
But then you find out, like, he wasn't well, but he was just, like, he had a cold, wasn't well, kind of thing. And it was just sudden and not expected. And that's what makes people snap. Just like, oh my god, like, sudden, unexpected shit. Yeah, it's wrestling. Wrestling's fake and everything, but some people like really
Doesn't matter
enjoy
if it's
it.
fake. If
And-
people like it,
yeah.
it's fine.
I got bingo!
Yeah, it's just something like you've seen this person 24
Oh, you
hours
stole my
beforehand.
lines.
You've seen this person 24 hours beforehand, and all of a sudden they fucking die.
Okay.
Like,
That causes everybody else to die.
well, it causes people to lose their shit.
Okay. So you're saying that the guy...
Fanboys rage so hard that they...
So
Yeah.
you're saying that the
22
guy who
people.
stabbed 22 kids
That it
was
was-
upset over the fact that the
Arrest-
Ultimate Warrior died.
Yeah, it was alright. It was a passing joke. Like,
Yeah, I got it.
and everything, but I'm just saying.
I
like,
know. It's just usually when you're like, this happened because this happened.
Yeah.
You don't say why those two are connected. That's why I had to delve into that low dia. That was a low dia.
Are you acceptable of my?
I get it now.
Are you acceptable of my reasonings and facts?
Sure.
Okay, you just don't care
I know. Not really.
because wrestling is fake and dumb, and
I just said I don't care if it's fake. It doesn't matter.
I know it's fine.
If people like
Fine.
it, that's fine.
It's fine.
It's
I
fine.
understand.
Yeah.
Wrestling
It's-
creeps me out because you always see commercials for like Raw or WWE or whatever, and all the guys are just like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you," and I'm like, "Stay away from me."
Professional wrestling is essentially men's.
Men's testosterone Olympics.
No, it's men's soap opera.
Aggressive hugging.
Yes.
It's soap opera for men, and I will admit, and I'm not ashamed to admit that professional wrestling is my stories. That I'd only watch it for the dialogue. I don't care about the matches anymore. When I was into it, when I first got into
Because
it,
just two people smack talking each other.
yeah. Well, no, it's not just that. It's like behind the like backstage stuff and everything that set up storylines. And that's what they're called. They're called storylines. When I first got into it, like I was just like, yeah, matches, just cool. People beating the shit out of each other. I really didn't care for all the dialogue because I felt like it got in the way. And it was just whiny bullshit. And then I lost interest in it because I didn't have a whole lot of friends that were into it that I could talk to about it. And then I started to hang out with other people that were into it, so I started watching it again. And I realized, the dialogue makes the story. Like, fuck the matches. They don't mean shit. They really don't.
You're probably right about that.
It's just...
What are those stories about? Like, what do they do? They just...
The storylines?
Yeah.
It essentially just sets up matches for pay-per-views. And, like, it sets up feuds and rivalries and alliances and everything. It's all essentially for pay-per-views.
Right.
If it wasn't for, like, SmackDown and Raw, then pay-per-views, like, they'd just be boring as shit because you don't know, like, why these two are fighting each other. Like,
okay, so it's like, okay,
yeah.
I got it now.
Yeah.
They set up a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they kind of more or less go hand in hand. Like, the dialogue of the weekly shows sets up matches for the monthly pay-per-views, and some of the matches in the monthly pay-per-views set up storylines for the weekly show.
Right.
It's weird. Like, I've been into it for quite a few years, and I've done a lot of research and everything, and I know a lot about a lot of the stuff. So,
and yet, real wrestling is like
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't understand Greco-Roman style wrestling. It doesn't make any sense.
Here, I'll sum it up for you. I'm gay, you're gay, but I don't want to let anyone know that we're gay, so no homo, I'm going to spoon you for an hour.
Yeah. Get down on all fours and I'm going to mount you.
Pretty much.
And then I win.
That's why all the jocks in my high school who were wrestlers were all gay posers. Because they just got used to it. So they're like, well, we might as well put on a show for everyone.
Yeah.
That's why the final boss was like always like coming on to people. And the final boss, I mean...
I feel like the next time we go to B-Dubs, we have to pick on Joel, because Joel was a wrestler in high school.
B-dubs.
B-dubs. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again, because, I don't know. You don't have any money. Riley's always working.
I'm looking on getting a job here soon, so...
Brian doesn't really care.
I can no longer be a bum of society.
Hey, whenever I'm around, I'll hang out with you guys.
Cool.
Groovy.
Groovy.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing.
Uh-huh.
What?
What? You take a laugh.
We kind of faded away from my segue.
We were just kind of like,
Well, I don't want to go back to the wrestling subject. It's fine.
okay. Are we done?
I guess we can be.
Yeah. We tapered off.
Yeah, we tapered off a little bit.
Right.
I feel like we did.
And there's motorcycles in the background, so, you know.
I love how you just have one blue ball.
It's not even blue, it's black.
I
It just
know.
says blue on it.
God damn.
Black-
There's another one
black
called a
and
Yeti,
blue.
and it says blue. Like, oh, that's not a Yeti, and it's not blue.
They don't taste like apples. God damn, that's so annoying. Those commercials.
Now, the snowball is white, and it's round, so that makes sense. You can only get a snowball in white.
Yeah.
It's a webcam that clips to the top of your laptop.
Or it's those things that are covered in coconut.
Yeah.
Also
Ew.
a snowball.
I hate coconut.
I like coconut sometimes, but not very often.
I like the flavor. I dislike the texture.
I only
Yeah,
like putting
it's
limes
gritty.
in them.
Put the lime in the coconut.
Mix it all up.
What happened?
I
We
don't know.
tapered off, and then we just like started a new show again.
Well, okay. Well,
Happy raining car parts day, everybody.
there you go.
And we're back.
And we're back. Join us next week when we have more people on the show. Probably the same people.
Except her, because, well, you're not going back to Mitten State.
Not yet. Not till
Yeah.
the 24th.
Yeah. Join us in 2 weeks
For Shane Gillis.
for Shane Gillis.
He's
I should have made that announcement beforehand.
Whatever. He's a comedian. If you've gotten this far in the podcast, we're letting you know now that Shane Gillis,
You're actual fans and you know what we're talking about.
local
We
comedian
appreciate you,
Shane
thank you.
Gillis is going to be on the show.
AKA your
Who's
Wes
Shane
and
Gillis?
guy from Wales.
He doesn't.
We'll talk
He,
about it
he
later.
followed us for a week and left.
Who,
You guys
really?
realize that, right?
Yeah.
The guy from Wales.
I figured he was gone. I just didn't know he was only for a week.
Yeah.
Well, I
He's
think
with us in spirit.
I think it was the first round of the Spreaker thing that we did.
Yeah.
He's still a subscriber type dealy person.
No, he's not.
Is he?
No, he's
I
not.
thought he
I
was.
checked.
Oh.
Nobody from Wales.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Come back, guy from Wales. We miss you.
Yeah, you are our first and only international person
That we know of.
that we know of.
Well, Riley's Puerto Rican, so.
Somehow.
Yeah, he's from Rhode Island.
He's from Rhode Island, Puerto
Stay with
Rico.
my territory.
Bananas!
I have
So-
a friend whose dad is the mayor of a city in Puerto Rico. Just throwing that out there.
Oh!
Oh!
I forgot one more before we go. I forgot one more famous person.
Yeah.
I am friends with Sam Elliott's son.
Hey, you are. Me too, actually.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lennon.
Yeah, Lennon.
Yeah. Lennon Elliott.
Lennon.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Legally.
Yay!
Yay! We can end it there.
Bananas.
Bird.
Stop.
Peanut butter.
Good night, everybody.